Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Wall, Scott Willard, Kevin Ritchie. We're over for Sales, Kentucky. Woodford County High School for the championship game of the Woodford County Holiday Invitational Tournament sponsored by McDonald's. Scott County, the Cardinals, come in with a record of 10-1. They'll take the Eastern Eagles with a record of 5-2. The Eastern Eagles with head coach David Henley bringing a lot of length into the game tonight. It'll be interesting to see the fast pace of Scott County, how they'll do against the long, athletic Eagles from Eastern. Head coach Billy Hicks, like I said, has his Cardinals coming in with a record of 10-1. Been playing quite well as of late. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll hear about the season stats and the Governor's keys to the ball game here on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll be back right after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County, the Cardinals getting set to take on the Eastern Eagles out of District 28, Region 7. Should be a good ball game here. Scott County comes in with a much better record at 10-1 compared to 5-2. But, Mark, we know records don't mean anything. Let's do this. Let's start out looking at the season stats for Scott County. Let's go over those for our viewers real quick.
Okay, for Scott County on the year, they're a good shooting basketball team, Mike. They're shooting 44.8% from the field. When you break that down to, they're almost 34% from three and 48% from two. Going into the game yesterday, they were shooting 56% from the line. They were 13 of 14 yesterday against LCA, brought that free throw percentage up to 62. They've got to continue to improve upon that. That's going to cost them a game if they don't get that up. However, yesterday I thought was a good sign, Mike, because under the 2-minute mark, I don't think Scott County missed a free throw, and the bulk of that was Cooper Robb on the free throw line. Assist to turnover ratio, 15 turnovers a game to only 12 assists. You'd like to see that 2-1 in favor of the assist. They've got to do a better job of protecting the basketball, and Mike, to me, that's probably going to be the biggest key. Can they handle the pressure and the full court press that we anticipate from Louisville Eastern? They're going to have to protect the basketball. When you look at points per possession and shots, when they do it, they're very effective, a 1.06 and a 1.01 respectively. That number would increase if they didn't have 15 turnovers a game. They've got a plus 15 margin in team rebounding, which is extremely good, and bulk of that's due to the fact that your guards average about 8 rebounds between the two of them. So, from a rebounding perspective, Scott County gets a lot of second chance opportunities because of how well they rebound as a team.
And the big thing, when you look at Scott County, you got 4 starters averaging double figures. Bryce Long averages about 12 points a ball game. Cooper Robb right at 11. Michael Marino leading the team at 15.5, and Cooper Watts at almost 12. And then you throw in Clem Dameron in there at 8.91. So Scott County sharing the basketball real well.
Well, they really do, Mike, and that's the thing that's so nice. I mean, he goes about 7-8 deep and actually could probably play 9 or 10 if he needed be, and that's what happened yesterday with LCA. I thought their depth kind of came in play, and and was a real good deal for Scott County. So with that, with that, they do share the basketball, but like I said, their depth is a big plus. They ran three defensive point guards, kept a defensive guy fresh against LCA's point guard all game yesterday, and I think that really showed up big in the fourth quarter. But, like I said, Scott County's got a lot of depth. They're young. They're going to make some mistakes, but they're fun to watch, Mike. They play hard, and that's the key, and I think if the fans will come out and give them a chance, they'll fall in love with this team because of how hard they play.
And you talk about, when you talk about how hard a team plays, and you look at the rebounding side of things, Michael Marino leads the team with 10.5 rebounds. Cooper Watts is right there at 8. Clem Dameron at 5.73. But then the one we always talk about, probably the best pound-per-pound rebounder in the state, Cooper Robb, averaging 5.5. So that tells you right there you got 4 guys in there battling for you. And typically in high school basketball, you got 1 or 2 guys getting most of the rebounds. Scott County has 4.
Yeah, and that's the reason. It's hard to get your guards. Just by nature, they tend to play and float on the outside. So when your guards start rebounding for you, you usually are a good rebounding team. And when you look at the numbers that Cooper Robb is putting up, and Bryce Long almost has 3 a game, that's 8 rebounds apiece between the guard positions, and that's just huge if you're Coach Billy Hicks.
All righty, we'll do this. Eastern Eagles got to here to the championship game by defeating Bryan Station in the first game. They defeated Woodford County last night. Scott County, they defeated West Jessamine in the first game, defeated LCA in the rematch last night. So it'll be Scott County, Eastern Eagles, the championship game of the 2015 Woodford County Holiday Invitational Tournament, sponsored by McDonald's. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back right after this on the Scott County Sports Network.
The Scott County Public Library allows 3-week checkouts. This allows you to enjoy your favorite books, movies, and DVDs free of charge. Unlike a credit card, we don't charge interest. We save you money. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just use your library card and PIN number to put books or movies on hold or download ebooks and free music. Scott County Public Library. Every day, every age.
Georgetown means great cars, great local sports, great people, and Galvin's, a great place where friends meet for great Galvin's food. Galvin's voted the best local restaurant in Georgetown. Enjoy a great specialty sandwich from Philly cheesesteaks to Strombolis. Bring the whole family. Watch the big games on the big screens. You'll watch the game. We'll make the munchies, like our signature pizzas and home-cut potato chips. Galvin's on Main Street, next to the courthouse. Join us on Facebook for all the latest Galvin's action.
Georgetown Community Hospital is a 75-bed acute care facility with an award-winning history providing excellence in health care. Georgetown has been named one of the best places to work in Kentucky for 5 of the last 6 years. The hospital continues to add new medical services and to grow the number of specialists and primary care physicians. It also features an award-winning ICU, medical surgery unit, and 24-hour emergency services. Georgetown Hospital, located on Lexington Road in Georgetown, Kentucky. Here for your needs 24 hours a day.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County Eastern getting set to play here about 4 minutes away from tip-off. We've talked about Scott County and how balanced Scott County scoring is, a team playing well together. When you jump over to the Eastern Eagles, they come in with a record of 5-2. And, Mark, when you first start talking about the Eastern Eagles, you got to talk about the coach, David Henley. He's been a success everywhere he's been. Yeah, and he's familiar to the Scott County fans. If you remember in 2007, he was the coach of the Covington Holmes Bulldogs, and that was one of the better games in the state tournament, that quarterfinal Saturday morning matchup. That's the game in which Cam Hunley set the free throw state tournament record, hit I think 13 in a row in the fourth quarters to kind of help seal that win. And Scott County goes on to beat Ballard for that championship. He went back the very next year at Holmes and then went to South Oldham and was successful and moved from South Oldham over to Louisville Eastern. He likes to press. He's got the talent to press. He likes up-tempo. I think this is going to be fun. And, the thing about it, Mike, it's going to be interesting. I was talking with Coach Hicks.
this is going to set up well matchup heading into district play because it's going to be very familiar as to what you should face when you play Henry Clay and Bryan Station. So this should be a really good test tonight to see how this young Cardinal team can play against this Louisville Eastern team that has quickness, size, and length.
All righty, when you look at the Louisville Eastern Eagles, 3 players jump off in double-digit scoring. First up, Chance Moore is a 6'5 junior averaging 15 points a ball game. Kobe Jones, number 23, is a 6-foot senior guard averaging 14.2. And then Caleb Williams, a 6'4 junior averaging right at 12 points a ball game for the Eastern Eagles. From the rebound perspective, Chance Moore has 5.7 rebounds a ball game, and Caleb Williams at 4.4. So the Eastern Eagles, a formidable opponent for Scott County tonight. What we'll do is we'll take a timeout. We'll come back, get the governor's keys to the ball game, and the tip-off here on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
The Hockensmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at HockensmithAgency.com. The Hockensmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
The Shanghai Express Chinese Restaurant is a locally owned restaurant located in the Indian Acres Shopping Center in Georgetown, Kentucky. Tony would like to invite everyone to come on by and dine in the spacious dining room that can host groups both small and large. Shanghai Express has been voted the best Chinese restaurant in Georgetown, Kentucky multiple years in a row by the Georgetown News Graphic. Stop by the restaurant or give Tony a call at 502-868-6858 to enjoy the best Chinese food in Central Kentucky.
Sports Connection is your team and retail sporting goods and custom athletic apparel supplier. Sports Connection is located next to Kroger in the Washington Square Shopping Center in Georgetown. Sports Connection can outfit your team from hats to shoes and everything in between. Drop by or call Daryl, Scott, or Jessica at 502-570-0280. Sports Connection, a proud sponsor and athletic and sporting goods supplier to Scott County and Georgetown College athletics.
Whitaker bank shot. I'll give you a Whitaker bank shot. All right. Here's a real Whitaker bank shot. Yes, sir. Here's a winning Whitaker bank shot. Nice shot.
Whitaker bank shot. Now, there's a Whitaker bank shot.
Come on, Coach Honey.
I still got it.
Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Wall, Scott Willard, Kevin Ritchie. Coach, keys to the ball game for Scott County.
Well, Mike, number one, I think they've got to handle the pressure and protect the basketball. I don't think they can have 15 turnovers against this Louisville Eastern team and be as successful. I think that's the number one key. Number two key is you got to win the rebounding battle. And like I said, plus 15. It's going to be interesting to watch because LCA, looking at them, they've got some length and they got some size. Should be a really good basketball game. Looking forward to it.
All righty, your visitors on the scoreboard, the Eastern Eagles at 5-2. Starting at one guard, number 2, Sugar Weish, a 5'10 junior, averaging 7.8 points, 1.3 rebounds. Also at guard, number 11, Chance Moore, a 6'5 junior, 15 points, 5.7 rebounds. The third guard in the lineup, number 23, Kobe Jones. He's a 6-foot senior, 14.2 points, 2.7 rebounds a ball game. At the forward spot, number 24, Caleb Williams, a 6'4 junior, 11.8 points, 4.4 rebounds a ball game for that young man. And rounding out the starting lineup, at guard, number 25, Javen Russian, a 5'11 junior, 5 rebounds, 2.3 rebounds, 5 points, 2.3 rebounds a ball game for head coach David Henley and his Eastern Eagles. Now for the starting lineup for the Scott County Cardinals. At the guard spot, number 2, Bryce Long, 6'1" freshman, 11.8 points, 2.82 rebounds a ball game for Scott County. Also at guard, number 10, Cooper Robb, a 6'1" sophomore, 11 points, 5.5 rebounds a ball game. At guard for Scott County, number 14, Glenn Covington, a 6-foot freshman, 7 points, 2 rebounds a ball game. In the middle, 6'6" forward, the freshman, number 24, Michael Marino, 15.5 points, 10.5 rebounds. And rounding out the starting lineup, number 44, Cooper Watts, a 6'6" junior center, 12 points, 8 rebounds for Mr. Watts. Billy Hicks is the head coach, 22 years in the business, 902 victories, 249 wins for head coach Billy Hicks. 901 victories. Don't want to jinx him. So Scott County in the home white, numbers and letters in red outlined in royal blue. Eastern in royal blue. Letters and numbers are white. Jumping up, Cooper Watts steals the taps. Back to Cooper Robb. We're ready to go. Scott County left to right on the computer screen. Glad you could join us here tonight. Eastern in that man-to-man defense, aren't they, Mark?
Yeah, and they're going to be physical.
Bryce Long gets it off from the left side. Air ball. Michael Marino bails him out.
I think that's that alley-oop pass we talked about last night.
Yeah.
Bryce shot the ball extremely well last night. Cooper Watts, nice step in.
Cooper Watts reverse layup and scored. Cooper Watts steal and a bucket.
Nice job by the big man.
On the bounce, Sugar Weish. There's
Mike,
a jump trap again.
He start playing passing lanes like that. Scott County's going to be awful tough defensively.
Weish at the free throw line, right side. Chance Moore lets it go, no good. Chance will get one more attempt. Loses it on the way up. Gets the ball. This time Caleb Williams lets it go right side. Michael Marino rebound for Scott County. Right side to Bryce Long. Scott County ready to run. Bryce Long in the paint. Layup good.
Nice job taking the ball strong to the hole.
Coach David Henley says, I've seen 6 in a row. I'm going to take a timeout. So 6:58 to go. Scott County up early. 6-0 here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mark, Scott County playing with a lot of intensity at this point in the ball game.
Yeah, doing a nice job, especially after coming out a little flat in the first half defensive-wise last night against LCA. Doing a really nice job here in the early going against Louisville Eastern.
So Eastern down 6-0. Coach Henley has to burn a timeout. Not too happy about that. His Eagles, Sugar Weish on the run. Out to the top, get it back to Weish. Obviously, Weish. Sugar Weish is the point guard. Right side to Chance Moore.
Going to be interesting.
By Cooper Watts. I'm going to get a foul. Cooper Watts a little bit over aggressive. Picks up his first. That'll be the team's first.
His first, team first.
Scott County's guards are going to have to really pay attention this game, Mike, because they're running kind of a flex offense where they're doing a lot of down screens and back picks. So got to be careful not to get caught watching the ball because you'll get beat back door off the pick.
Javen rushing left side to Williams. Caleb Williams turn around. Keeps the pivot foot down. Good defense by Scott County. Sees Moore over here. Glenn Covington helps out. Moore misses the shot. Gets another one. No good. Third rebound comes down to Bryce Long. And they're going to stay off of Bryce Long. Nope, they're going to give it to Scott County. Might have missed that one. Good officiating crew. Don Warner, Dusty Music, Wade Branscombe. Get used to that in the 11th region. We've talked about it a number of times. 6:11 to go. 6-0 is the score. Eastern getting good looks at the basket, just haven't been able to find the
lids on that end down there.
Michael Marino, one of the better passers for his height that we've seen at Scott County in a while. Cooper Watts picks up the dribble, gets it over to Bryce Long. Swing past the Long. Covington's a little bit wider open. Misses the three. Long rebound off of Glenn Covington, out of bounds. Good hustle with Michael Marino.
Good ball movement right there. Of course, Glenn Covington was just 3 for 3 from that same spot last night, Mike.
So 5:43 to go. Dave Henley trying to set a play for his team to get in the scoring column here. Championship game of the Woodford County Holiday Invitational. Give a shout out to head coach Scott Hunley, very hospitable. Are the Woodford County volunteers and coaching staff. Got to be careful. Cooper Watts doesn't pick up that second. There's the deflection. Michael Marino knocks it off of Chance Moore. Cooper Watts got to be careful. He wants to be aggressive, but not too aggressive. Already has one. Can't afford the second. this early in the first quarter. So Cooper Robb walking it up for Scott County. There's the backdoor cut. Bryce Long gets it and scores.
Nice job.
4 points for Bryce Long. Sugar Weish in the paint. Blocked from behind by Covington. Weish comes out of it, takes it away from Cooper Watts. Cooper's got to get that one for us. 3-pointer no good by Colby Jones. Cooper Watts gets this rebound. Scott County's Cooper Robb. Finds Long. There's the cutter, Marino. Good back tip there from Caleb Williams. Scott County's able to maintain possession.
I like how patient Scott County's been.
There's the cutter again. Bryce Long finishes.
And Mike, that cut's there every time if you're willing to run it.
Coach Henley calls another timeout. His team down 10-0. Hey, Mark, let's stay here with this. My question for you is, we see Scott County's guards going and cutting to the basket. What's Scott County running there?
Mike, it's just a high off the ball screen, but everything starts. Typically, you used to call it kind of like we called it in college a double low because you ran it at the blocks. All they've done is move the screen and the cut from the block area to the foul line, and what it does is it spreads out the floor. And what happens is when that guard cuts off that down screen, the guy kind of tends to look for the ball. When he looks for the ball, you cut behind him and you're wide open. The good thing about this team right now is they're looking for that cutter. We've gone over years past. They never throw the ball to the cutter, but like I said, we've seen it more this year, and it's wide open, especially if you run it through a couple times.
And Bryce Long does a great job for being a freshman of finishing inside the paint, being only 6'1".
Yeah, does a very nice job.
So 10-0. Coach Henley says, I'll use a second timeout. I got to stop this somehow. Scott County up big, and don't think Eastern's going to go away, Mark.
No, they're going to make a run. Like I said, question is Scott County just needs to kind of try to take them out of it right here as best they can in the first
Jones
half.
Back to Russian. Russian in the paint. Tough take. No good. Rebound Cooper Watts. And we're going to get the foul on number 25, Javen Russian. That'll be Javen's first. The team's first.
And, Mike, that's what you want to see if you're Scott County, because that was a frustration shot. If you're Coach Henley, I'm not sure that's what you really wanted to get coming out of a timeout. But if you can see right now, Louisville Eastern kind of extending their defense a little bit, picking up right at midcourt now, trying to put some pressure on Scott County's guards.
Dominic Knight getting set to come in for Eastern at the next dead ball, 5'10" junior. Watts inside, goes to the bucket. Foul on the way up. No, they're going to say steps called. Good call. Dominic Knight into the ball game. 5 points, 3 rebounds a ball game.
And on that, Mike, what I'd like to see Cooper learn how to do right there, he was a little too far out from the block to make the move, so he had to take a dribble and try to get there. Pass the ball back out, reset at the block, and let him throw it back into you where you make the move without having to put the ball on the floor.
Dominic Knight now running the show. Sugar Weish has gone to the shooting guard spot. There's the jumper from Caleb Williams. No good. Cooper Watts. Third rebound of the ball game. Scott County's done this to teams. They did this to LCA back in early December. Held LCA to 2 points in the first quarter. A lot of time left. 3:10 to go.
Here comes the down screen, and there's the cut. Eastern does a nice job of blocking that cut right there. It's the second and third time through, like right there. Thought Bryce Long was open.
Covington with the three-pointer, no good. Rebounds loose. Covington, can he run it down? No, he can't. Out of bounds. Scott County had the shot they wanted into the ball game for Eastern. Number 21, Jonathan Lane. He'll come in for Chance Moore. Right side to Kobe Jones. Jones over to Williams. Williams to Weish. Good ball movement by Eastern. Knight lets it to Jones. Jones fires a three. No good. Michael Marino with the rebound. Scott County very patient. Back out top to Marino. They'll swing it through the offense. There's
nice
the cutter.
pass.
Long shot that one going away from the basket. That's a tough take. They're going to say out of bounds off of Scott County. I think Bryce was a little bit surprised he was that wide open.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you what, Michael Marino's passing ability for a freshman is really unbelievable, Mike. Like I said, that was a perfect pass, and like I said, I think caught Bryce just a little bit off guard.
Under 2 minutes to go here. Williams out top. Nope. Now he gets it to Weiss. Left side of the lane. There's the cutter, Williams. Cooper Watts got to be careful. He drops it into the lane.
Oh,
Cooper
nice hands by Cooper Robb.
Takes it away. And Cooper Robb goes behind the back, loses it. Has Lane inside. Marino with the block.
That's a situation right there. If Lane loses his left hand, not sure Marino gets a chance to do that.
Block is the call. So the Eastern fan's not happy. Kobe Jones picks up his first, team second. So Eastern doesn't get the block down here. But like you say, Mark, if he uses a left hand, he probably gets the foul call.
And one, yeah. There's the curl move.
Marino to Long. Long 8-footer, air ball. Looking for that alley-oop pass. Marino wasn't there that time.
Nice job by Cooper Robb.
Glenn Covington up with it. Scott County. Good pass by Marino. Cooper Watts got the feet tangled up. Sugar Weiss left side to Kobe Jones. Kobe Jones up, no good. Jones with the rebound and scores. 52 seconds to go. Kobe Jones puts Eastern in the scoring column. 10-2 is the score. And if you're an Eastern fan, one thing you can be happy about, you might not have scored, but you've only given up 10. Pass to Marino. He saves it back to Robb. Good job by Marino, and Robb's out of bounds. Clem Dameron, Cam Fluker in for Scott County. Jordan Lyons and Braxton Johnson into the ball game for the Eagles. 10-2 is the score. 35 seconds to go in the first quarter. A lot of intensity, just not a lot of scoring. Johnson with the basketball. Tries to go inside the lane. A little bit too hard. 22 seconds to go. Scott County's probably going to hold it for one here. And Cooper Robb gives you that ability, doesn't he, Mark?
Yeah, he really does. And like I said, last night, what he was able to do was dribble, penetrate, but pick up the foul. I think he went something like 6 for 6 in the final 2 minutes.
Elbow jumper, no good. Probably a little quick.
Yeah, took that shot really quick.
Lions with the rebound.
And when you say that, you basically you want to be able to get the rebound, and that's it. Don't give the other team enough time to come down.
The Lions shot at the buzzers, no good. Scott County wins the quarter, 10-2. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back for the second. You're watching Scott County basketball on the Scott County Sports Network. Back after this.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to the Scott County Basketball Network. Scott County wins the first quarter 10-2. Scott County holds Eastern to 7.7% shooting on 1 of 13. Scott County 5-11 for 45.5%. Mark, you looked at the stats. What jumps out at you?
Matt, 7% shooting. That just kind of tells the whole story. Points in the paint 10-2 in favor of the Cardinals. Like I said, that's just a big difference. You shoot 7%, you're not going to be winning too many basketball games, Mike.
Braxton Johnson with the basketball. Got a foul on Eastern. Number 5, Jordan Lyons, his first, team third. Scott County's going with Cooper Robb, Michael Marino, Bryce Long, Clem Dameron, and Cam Fluker. Eastern going with Dominic Knight, Jonathan Lane, Chance Moore, Jordan Lyons, and Braxton Johnson. Hand check is a call. Chance Moore. Fourth foul on the team.
And I know that's the point of emphasis this year, but, man, it just seems to kind of slow the game down. It didn't look like that was much more than a touch foul.
So Marino flips it into Cooper Robb.
There's that cut.
Long throws it off of Lane. And Bryce does a good job of being able to tell whether he's open or not on that cut, even though he's throwing the basketball. Typically, you see a lot of young players, they say, if I can get the basketball down in there, I must be open, and they get that shot blocked.
And a lot of that's by feel. Nice
Dameron.
pass by Marino.
And a good catch and finish by Clem Dameron. Scott County 12, Eastern 2. Knight inside the lane. Falls into the chest of Clem Dameron. Another turnover for the Eagles.
Boom, and Michael Marino.
Michael Marino. Give him 4. Coach Henley says, I've got to take another timeout. His third timeout. He's already used both of his 30s. This will have to be a full. So we'll take a minute timeout as well. 6:45 to go in the first half. 14-2, Scott County all over Eastern. Back after this.
The Shanghai Express Chinese Restaurant is a locally owned restaurant located in the Indian Acres Shopping Center in Georgetown, Kentucky. Tony would like to invite everyone to come on by and dine in the spacious dining room that can host groups both small and large. Shanghai Express has been voted the best Chinese restaurant in Georgetown, Kentucky multiple years in a row by the Georgetown News Graphic. Stop by the restaurant or give Tony a call at 502-868-6858 to enjoy the best Chinese food in Central Kentucky.
Sports Connection is your team and retail sporting goods and custom athletic apparel supplier. Sports Connection is located next to Kroger in the Washington Square Shopping Center in Georgetown. Sports Connection can outfit your team from hats to shoes and everything in between. Drop by or call Daryl, Scott, or Jessica at 502-570-0280. Sports Connection, a proud sponsor and athletic and sporting goods supplier to Scott County and Georgia.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 6:44 to go. 14-2 is the score. Coach Henley's pulling out all stops, isn't he? Not having much luck in those timeouts yet. Gets Caleb Williams back into the ball game.
I think he's been around long enough, Mike, to know he can't spot a Billy Hicks team this many points and try to still win the ball game.
Williams, air ball 3, not the shot you want. There's the leaker, Dameron. Dameron out, catches in.
That's goaltending, isn't it?
Nope, didn't call it. Smacked the backboard with the ball up in the air. Should have been a goaltend. You are correct. Don't tell anybody I said so. On the floater, Johnson. Long rebound, Cooper Robb. Scott County's had a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, they've
had a
actually
much bigger lead. Fluker, rainbow 3, no good. Bryce Long rebound. Out top to Fluker. They'll reset the offense.
Oh, nice pass.
There's the cutter, and nope. The foul's going to be called on Jordan Lyons. It'll be his second. Team 5th. Bryce Long to the free throw line. I still can't believe he's only 11 of 20 at the free throw line.
Yeah.
$14-2 is the score of the championship game in the Woodford County Big Mac Holiday Invitational Basketball Tournament. 7th point for Bryce Long. Kobe Jones, Sugar Weish, Javen Russian back in. They'll join Dominic Knight and Chance Moore. Free throw good. 8 points for Mr. Long. Having a good weekend over here at Woodford County, the gold standard. Chance Moore on the take, fouled by Cooper Watts just in the ball game.
So going to be Cooper or Glenn? Actually going to get Glenn Covington
We'll give
underneath.
it to Covington. We'll take that one.
Yes, we'll
team
take
first
that
on Covington. Our first on Covington, team second. Chance Moore, the free throw line. The 6'5 junior, 15.6 rebounds a ball game. Only player to score up to this point is Kobe Jones.
And, you know, right now, Mike, part of this is mental for Louisville Eastern. You know you've got just 2 points on the board. You know you're trying hard. You got some shots. And sometimes they just don't go, but it gets tough as a player to trying to will that basketball in.
So Chance Moore, the leading scorer, finally gets in off the snide on the free throw line. He goes 1 of 2. Pass is a little bit late.
It's lucky
County
right
bailed
there.
out. Dominic Knight, our Javin Russian, touch it before it goes out of bounds.
Clem was right idea, but he was late. And once you miss that cut, you really can't throw it that late because lane's going to close on you.
Bryce Long, loose ball, picked up by Knight. Knight over top of Cooper Watts. Dominic Knight, give him 2. 16-5. Cross behind the back dribble, gets Dominic Knight a little bit out of position. Causes the foul. That'll be Dominic's first, team 6th. Clem Dameron set to inbound the basketball. 5:02 to go. 16-5 is the score in the championship game of the Woodford County Big Mac Holiday Tournament. Tough pass, better catch, and fouled. Eastern's changed that defense up a little bit, haven't they, Mark? Fouls on Javin Russian, his second, team 7th.
Cooper Watts will go to the line for 2. Mike, they're just kind of sloughing back in. It looks like a zone, but they're still in a man-to-man. If the guy cuts through, they're following him through. Cooper Watts' first free throw is good.
Give Watts 3. Fluker in for Long. Give Long a breather. Long leading scorer by a bunch. He has 8. Glenn Covington into the lane. Cooper Watts 1 more. 2 for 2 for Mr. Watts. Give him 4 points.
Scott County a little in.
Sugar Weiss and 1 opportunity. His first 2. Foul's going to be on Scott County. 14. Glenn Covington picks up his second. Team 3rd.
And Mike, Scott County didn't have their matchups from the get-go. They had 2 blue shirts with nobody on them. Clem Dameron was standing in the middle of the lane. Confusion right there where they didn't communicate when subs came in the game as to who they had.
So Sugar Weiss tying up the tennis shoes.
Lo and behold, it looks
Coach
like
Hicks with 901 victories and says, I'll go out here and show you how to wipe this mess up.
I thought they might ask athletic director Sonny Denniston as he's just walked into the gym here in Versailles.
I tell you what, if they asked Coach Denniston, it would have got done. I guarantee you.
But you're not saying who would do it.
I'm saying.
What are you saying,
Coach
Mr.
Denniston
Ritchie?
would get it done. He's one of the best I've seen at getting stuff done. Weiss with the 3-point play, no good. Lazy pass from Watts, picked off by Moore. Moore free throw jumper, no good. Caleb Williams back up with the rebound and fouled. They want a goaltend.
They're going to get it, too. Basket's good.
32 on the foul. It's going to be Clem Dameron's first, team 4th. So Caleb Williams, thanks to the goaltend, his first 2. Chance to 3-point play. Marino back in for Dameron. Caleb Williams, 11.8 points, 4.4 rebounds for the 6'4 junior.
And
First 2 of the night.
They can get back to within 8 if he can make his free throw.
Free throw's no good. Rebound to Kobe.
And that right there will drive Coach Hicks crazy.
Sugar Weiss, no good on the 3. Caleb Williams gets away with the push-off. Cooper Robb with the deflection. And they're going to say it's out of bounds off of Eastern. Might have missed that one. Coach Hicks says, I'll take a 30-second timeout. So 18-9 is the score. Eastern's finally found the bucket here with 4:21 to go in the first half. We'll be back right after this.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 4:21 to go. Mark Kochick calls a timeout. What's the intent of that one?
Well, I think two things, Mike. He's trying to get their intensity level back up. They've kind of lost their focus here a little bit with the big lead. And number two, tell him if they ain't going to rebound any better than that, he'll find somebody on the bench that'll get in there and rebound because, like I said, those last two possessions weren't very strong for Scott County.
Marino with a good take. Cooper Watts staying alive.
Cooper
and
Watts
foul's going to be
on.
44. Cooper Watts picks up his second. Team fifth. They had a good look coming out of the timeout. Just couldn't finish. Dominic Knight double teamed right side to Weiss. He flips it over to Moore. Moore fakes the three. Steps called. Younger players, they go behind that back in a minute, don't they?
Yeah. Not a bad move. I just don't like when you're in a double team. I think they use it too much.
There's unnecessary right there. Loses the ball. Dominic Knight, finish and one.
And they're going to get Cooper Watts.
Cooper Robb with the foul. That'll be his first. Team sixth.
Mike, and just like that, to cut it down to 6 if he makes the free throws.
Bryce Long in for Cooper Robb. Teaching moment. Cooper Robb's no smart basketball player. He knows what he did wrong.
Yeah, sometimes it just takes that time to get the focus.
3:30 to go here, 18-11. The Eastern fans all fired up, hanging up. Got signs made up and everything. And their team's right in it. William goes for the steal. Marino with the 8-foot floater, no good. Put back, no good. Probably should have come down and took a shot with that one, but Sugar Weiss right side to Moore. Moore between the legs, back out to Weiss. Right side Jones. Jones on the drive. And Watts blocks it 2 hands. Did a great job of not forcing contact there. If his hands come down in at all, he's going to get called for the foul. Fluker top of the key. That 2-handed push shot, no good. Off of Bryce Long. Michael Marino up with it. Scores. 6 points. Kobe Jones down quickly, and Watts is going to get this one unless they give it to Marino.
That's Watts. That's 3, isn't it?
Yep. It is on Watts, his third, team 7.
And actually, Mike, the Scott County player that made the mistake was the wing player, Cam Fluker, in that instance, who did not stop the penetration to the baseline. What it did is it caused to pick up a third foul on Cooper Watts. If he cuts off the baseline, they've got to pull the ball back out.
So at the free throw line, after a little bit more moisture maintenance, Don Werner says, well, if Coach Hicks can do it, I can do it too, I reckon. Kobe Jones at the free throw line. He'll have 2. First one is money. Kobe Jones, 3 points. Dameron and Robb in for Fluker and Cooper Watts. 2:41 to go. Probably will not see Mr. Watts till the second half. Kobe Jones, 58% free throw shooter. One more.
Don't know that you can say that about Coach Hicks. He's been known to pull him back in there with 3 fouls. Louisville Eastern picking up pressure here. Kind of token, but they're wanting to make Scott County work getting the ball off the floor.
Cooper Robb.
Good job.
Cooper's first 2 of the night.
Carrying the ball.
Steps called on Sugar Weiss.
Ball goes back to the Cardinals.
22-13. Kevin Ritchie doing a good job keeping the score on the clock running. On the screen, Cooper Robb says, I made the last one, I'll miss this one. Long tries to save it.
Long got away with an over back right there.
And Cooper on that shot, he was 19 feet away. Kobe Jones answers, three-pointer left side. As Robb a little bit late getting back. Give Jones 7, Mark.
And they've got this down to 6, Mike.
Under 2 to go. Dameron at the top. Bryce Long.
Watch Marino come across, but there was no down screen. Needed to be a down screen, and that wasn't there.
Lob to Marino. Moore doesn't know whether to double team or not. Back to Robb. Robb
nice
over to
pass.
Marino, up and under. And one. Marino, give him 8. 24. Caleb Williams picks up his first. That'll be the team's 8th.
That was a nice job by Cooper.
Michael Marino, 58% free throw shooter. He'll have 1. It's money. Give him 9. So Marino with 9. Bryce Long with 8, leading Scott County. Kobe Jones with 7, leading Eastern. Tough pass for Williams. Cooper Robb, Bryce Long, Cooper Robb. Finish. 4 points, Mr. Robb. Scott County's leads back up to 11.
And Mike is all at the defensive end. There's another steal.
2 unforced errors. Cooper Robb just
it right
turns
back.
it back. Cooper Robb letting Chance Moore go to the bucket. He misses the layup. Chance Moore not having a good night.
And Mike, that situation where you got to dunk that basketball if you're going straight down the middle. Otherwise, you veer left or right and use the glass.
Under a minute to go. 27-16.
You see that mistake all the time by the young players. Need to reset it. Scott County will try to hold for 1 here, Mike. Now it's under 20 seconds, I would think.
In the first quarter, Scott County had the same opportunity. Took the shot at the 9-second mark. Got lucky that Eastern didn't score. There's a steal. Chance Moore.
That's a walk. That's a...
Chance Moore's going to get it. Goes baseline. Dominic Knight has a shot blocked at the buzzer, so not very good basketball the last 20 seconds, but Scott County's going to go to the locker room with the lead at 11, 27-16 on the Scott County Sports Network. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back in about 4 minutes to go over the stats and much more here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie, Scott Willard. We're at Woodford County High School for the Woodford County Holiday Basketball Classic. This time I'd like to bring in the head coach of Woodford County, very familiar to Scott County, Mr. Scott Hunley, former Mr. Basketball. 6th year, you say. Getting a little old, aren't we?
Yeah, time flies when you're having fun. Thanks for having me.
I tell you what, Coach, this is I think you told me it's the 3rd year out of 4 that we've been over here. Always great job, and I tell you what, first of all, I'll say shout out to your hospitality crew. That's how to keep the guys calling the ball games happy. They do a good job, but it looks like to me you've got the program where you want it to go. You got a lot of good volunteers, and you're right where you need to be.
Yeah, I mean, we've really got some great parents and some great people that put this on. This is a good fundraiser for us, and it's nice to have local teams that are so talented like you guys to come by and participate in it.
And speaking of the field here, you got quite a few teams. Scott County's playing Eastern tonight. Eastern got lucky and beat you guys last night, right?
Yes.
There you go. That's the official answer. But you guys come back tonight and gave LCA all you wanted to and had a chance at the buzzer to tie it.
Yeah, I think the legs, we got a lot of guys that haven't logged a lot of minutes at the varsity level, and so to play 3 games in 3 days, they don't really understand the legs that are needed. And that's just something that we're going to have to, it's a good opportunity, good experience for us so we can grow towards the postseason.
And that's a nice thing about it. A lot of teams, people ask me, why do teams go play in these tournaments? It's the closest thing you can get to that postseason mentality when that district starts. You got to play a lot of basketball in a short amount of time.
Right. I mean, you draw up the tournament bracket on the board, and you say you got one game, and then get to the next one. It's kind of that survive and advance mentality. And I think you guys being young too, it's a good opportunity for you guys to learn as well. And these tournaments are invaluable.
Yeah, Coach, you're exactly right. And like I said, the young players don't understand that intensity level. I think you saw Scott County jump out to an early lead, and then they kind of take the foot off the pedal a little bit and let Eastern get back in it. I got a question for you, just kind of, what's your observation so far, what you've seen on the 11th region? I mean, it'd be interesting to see your perspective from sitting on the bench as a competitor.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty wide open. We faced Dunbar the first night, our first game, and they put it on us pretty good. So they're a really solid team, but I don't think they're invincible, and there's some kinks in their armor as well. But I really do like your all's team, and you get over some of these growing pains when they let the teams like tonight get back in the game, and you all have got as good a shot as anybody to win the 11th again. I still think it's wide open. I think Lafayette's got a good team, and definitely Dunbar, but it's pretty wide open.
On your side, I'm sorry, Mike. I was going to say, on your side, what's the district shaping up? I mean, you've been very successful at district play since you moved over here to Woodford County. I would think that you're still in line, I would think, to be one of the favorites.
Yeah, as far as our district goes, there's a lot of parity. I think Frankfurt's definitely with having the most veterans and most experience, probably the team that everybody favors. But at the same time, us in Franklin County beat Frankfurt the other day. So I think it's we beat Franklin. So it's whatever night, whatever team's playing the best. That's just how it goes in our district.
Now, Coach, last question for you. We'll let you get back at it. You say this is your 6th season at this job, and I thought it was interesting tonight. You had a great basketball game against the LCA. As soon as the game was over with, I saw you go up to the stands and grab the little one. Perspective kind of changes a little bit as you get a little older, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I love basketball, I love it, but at the end of the day, it's a game, and it doesn't really matter whether we won or lost. My daughter, as soon as I walk up in the stands, is going to smile at me, so I'm going to be just fine either way. But I want to teach more than for me, it's more about life lessons in basketball.
All righty, Coach. I tell you what, we appreciate you as always. Great host when we come over here. If you ever need anything from me or Mark, call him first. If he can't do it, I'll come over and do it for you.
Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Thanks.
All right,
thanks, Coach. Good luck.
Hey, Coach Scott Hundley, one of the great guys from Scott County, Mr. Basketball, doing a great job over here at Woodford County, isn't he, Mark?
Yeah, really doing a great job. Woodford County very fortunate to have him and what he brings, not only from a knowledge standpoint about the game, but just the quality of the individual. Like you said, very sincere in the fact that he's teaching life lessons. Basketball is secondary, and I think you see that in how hard his kids play, but what the respect and the love of the game that they have. Perfect example of what they're learning from Coach Hundley.
All righty, we'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll go over the first half stats. You're watching Scott County basketball. The Cardinals up 27-16 over Eastern at the half here on the Scott County Sports Network.
Hi, Dick Stockton here. I've been announcing sports for over 40 years, and I know a winning team when I see one. Greens Toyota of Lexington has what it takes to win, which is why Greens is Kentucky's #1 Toyota dealer 2 years running. Family owned for over 40 years, Greens strives to give excellent customer service and best value for the dollar. No matter what department, parts, service, or sales, Greens continues to move forward doing business the right way every day. Be a part of Greens' winning team. Greens Toyota. Great people, great cars. Think green.
Steve Skierman, agency manager at the Scott County Farm Bureau Insurance, would like you to know that as your local insurance agent, he is right here in your community, ready to help you with all your insurance needs. In the event of a loss, you can count on Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance to help you through it. We have local claims adjusters to serve you at your time of loss. We are knowledgeable about our community and can provide valuable assistance and advice when needed. Call the office today at 502-863-2454 for a free, no-obligation quote. Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, big on commitment.
United Bank, together with you. We offer all the services you're looking for in a financial institution: convenience, great accounts, internet banking, and attentive customer service. With today's hectic pace, it's good to know United Bank meets your needs with locations right where you need them. With 13 offices in Scott, Jessamine, Fayette, and Woodford counties, 24/7 access to cash at our branch ATMs, and the Bluegrass Cash locations in Lexington, United Bank is together with you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
High school or college student-athletes manage busy schedules. Remind your students they can access tutor.com for homework help from home or in the library from 3 p.m. until midnight every day. Library cards are required for this service. Call the library or visit our website, www.scottpublive.org, to learn more.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Looking at the individual point totals. First for Scott County, Bryce Long had 8. Cooper Robb had 4. Michael Marino with 9. Clem Dameron with 2. Cooper Watts with 4. Over on the eastern side of the ledger, Dominic Knight off the bench with 4. Sugar Weiss had 2. Chance Moore, the leading scorer, had 1. Kobe Jones got hot in the second quarter, give him 7. Caleb Williams with 2. And Mark, looking at the individual stats, we talked about those. What are some of the team stats that jump out at you?
Rebounding's even at 16 apiece, Mike. 11 turnovers for Eastern, 9 for Scott County, so they're winning that battle. Points off turnovers, 12-8 in favor of Eastern. Points in the paint, 20-10 in favor of Scott County. Points per shot at a 1.08 for the Cardinals and a .64 for Eastern, and that kind of tells you what the story of the game is. They're shooting only 27% for the first half. Scott County shooting 49%.
All righty. Getting ready for the third quarter. Scott County will have the basketball going right to left. They're in the white uniforms, Eastern in the blue. Cooper Robb, Michael Marino, Bryce Long, Glenn Covington, and Cooper Watts for Scott County. Eastern going with starters as well. Sugar Weiss, Chance Moore, Javin Russian, Caleb Williams, and Kobe Jones. And we got an offensive foul on Cooper Watts. His fourth.
Wow, and that's going to be 4.
Team first of the half. Not the start we wanted. Clem Dameron's up. A little bit of physicality. Wade Branscombe saw it and called the foul.
Well, and you got to be smart enough sometimes, Mike, not to be the
second guy.
Yeah. You know, you got to be smart enough to wait and get your lick in the next trip down the floor or something. You can't react, because if you do, second guy always gets caught.
So 27-16. Kobe Jones. No good.
By Michael Marino.
I'll tell you what, Mark, Scott County, look up, they're up 11, but they could have had a much bigger lead.
Yeah, Bryce Long.
Bryce Long gives him 11 as he extends it to 14 just like that.
Yeah, Mike, they could have easily had them down 20, 25 points if they, could have kept the gas on. But that's a young team. That's part of the learning. That's part of growing up.
There's a jump trap. Caleb Williams, 18-footer, good.
Nice shot by Mr. Williams.
4 points.
Cooper Robb picked up his dribble. You don't want to do that.
Michael Marino bails him out.
Yep,
You'll get a 30-second timeout. Scott County will take a timeout as well. Scott County 30. Eastern 18. 6:58 to go in the third. Back after this.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 6:58 to go, and Mark, that timeout was for one purpose. Cooper Robb picked up the dribble, couldn't get it to anybody.
And that's the thing with young players. You need to keep that dribble alive. He had his mind made up. He was going to make that entry pass to start the offense. Picked up his dribble, and the Louisville guy cut off the passing lane, and he stuck without being able to do anything. Nice pass by Bryce Long. Cooper Robb can't handle it.
Now he's double-teamed, long pass, right into the hands of Sugar Weiss.
It's hard to go from corner to corner, Mike. Throw the ball over the rim, and it's going to be an over the back.
Over and back. Cardinal ball.
So Cooper Robb on the bounce for Scott County. Bryce Jones, tough take, going to get bailed out. Chance Moore is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second. Team first of the half.
I like that, though, forcing and getting the contact. In the past, Bryce kind of shied away from that. Good to see him at least go in and draw the contact.
Bryce Long, 12 points, leading scorer in the ball game. Marino has 9. 31-18 is our score. 6:12 to go here in the third. Bryce Long with 2 at the line. 13 points in the ball game. Sugar Weiss.
Wow,
it's quickness on quickness.
That is, and like I said,
Sugar Weiss went right around Glenn
trying to force him to go left, which was a good move, but I don't think he anticipated how quick Sugar could get there.
He went left, and he went left quickly.
Nice job by Clem Dameron.
Quick entry pass from Cooper Robb. Scott County up 14, 34-20.
Thought that Louisville got away with an illegal screen there at the top.
Williams jump step around Marino
wow.
and the finish.
Nice
Caleb
move
Williams.
from Mr. Williams.
6 points.
A little too much dribbling right here by Scott County. I'd like to see him get back moving the basketball.
Long pass to Long. Left side three, a little bit strong. Chance more rebound.
And Cooper Robb is going to pick up a cheap one.
Might have got a little help from Kobe Jones, but the foul's going to be on Cooper Robb, his second, team second of the half, 34-22. I still think Eastern's going to have a run in them before it's over with, Mark. There's the double team.
Good job by Michael Marino.
There's the outlet pass to Covington. Covington up over Weish, and you're going to get a block call.
Wow.
Free throw doesn't go. Foul's going to be on Sugar Weish. Got the worst of that one. It'll be his first, team second. He's still down.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you what, that he definitely got the worst of that.
Glenn Covington holding his wrist a little bit. Sugar Weish probably had a little contact in the one area where it never feels any good. Dominic Knight in the ball game for Mr. Weish. So Glenn Covington at the line for Scott County, 9 of 12 on the season, 75% for the 6-foot freshman guard. It'll be 2. First one rattles around, falls in. Glenn Covington in the scoring column. His first point, averaging about 7.
And has played a good game, Mike. Points don't always dictate how well you play. I think he's been very involved in the game on the defensive end of the floor, playing well as he makes the second one.
Under 5 to go here in the third. Scott County's lead is back up to 14. Coach Hicks collar and trap. Chance Moore.
Good job right there. Oh, man, just lucky bounce.
Williams gets the ball back and scores.
Caleb Williams trying to put the Eagles on his back.
Bryce Long with the take. Clem Dameron with the putback. 6 points. That's a good job by Clem Dameron
following the shot
with the play.
Like you're taught.
Russian got away with a walk. Jones one-hand pass tonight. Back out to Jones. 3-pointer. A little bit short. Michael Marino rebound.
That's
Long
what I like.
Pass to Long. Barely gets over the half-court line before the ball gets back to him. Michael Marino does a great job. Rebound and spin and gets rid of it. There's a deflection. Chance Moore, Clem Dameron. Moore's going to come up with it. Cooper Robb on the hustle. Javin Russian picks up the dribble. It's the cutter Williams who finishes. Caleb Williams, 10 points. 8 points here in the quarter. 38-26. Scott County up 12. 3:48 to go. Braxton Johnson gets set to come in for Eastern.
There he is. Nice.
Marino up and around Williams. Williams blocks the shot out of bounds.
And that's the same thing that happened earlier. In the first half, we talked about Louisville Eastern. Lane coming back in, used the right hand on the left side. Same thing right there. If Michael puts that ball in his left hand, I think he's shooting at least 2 free throws and maybe an and one.
So Scott County happy. Caleb Williams.
That's a hold on number 11.
Chance Moore picks up his third. I was going to say, Mark, Scott County fans a little bit happy. Caleb Williams getting a breather, scoring 8 points here in the third. Chance Moore picks up his third, team third.
There. Oh, nice move. Well,
Moore picks up his fourth.
Wow.
Couldn't get him out of the ball game quick enough. Leading scorer picks up the fourth foul for Eastern. Cooper Watts on the bench for Scott County with 4.
Glenn Dameron be shooting 2, Mike.
63% free throw shooter on the season. Now make him 64. 8 points. We talked about Caleb Williams with 8. Clem Dameron has 6 in the quarter.
Nice rotation on that shot by Clem.
40-26, 3.5 to go in the third. Kobe Jones at the free throw line. Nobody picks him up. He goes inside, and Cooper Robb's going to get the foul. Jonathan Lane, great job boxing out. Cooper Robb picks up his third. team third. So fouls mounting up a little bit for Scott County. Cooper Robb with 3. Glenn Covington has 2. Cooper Watts with 4. On the eastern side of the ledger, Javin Russian had 2. Chance Moore with 4.
Good job by Glenn Covington.
Eastern to keep the basketball.
We can't let that split, although they get lucky right there.
Marino up, lays it in. Good look up the court.
But if you're Scott County, you don't want to let them get that split, because if they do, then all of a sudden they've got numbers on the other end. So really lucky there with a bad pass out of the split.
So Marino with 11, good pass. Rob found him leaking out. Under 3 to go, 42-26. Big possession here for Scott County. Bryce Long, baseline 3, good. Bryce Long, 16 points, doesn't play like a freshman. He and more Marino, do they?
No.
Whoa,
gosh.
Jonathan Lane misses the shot, or hits the... I don't think Glenn Robinson or Glenn Covington might have got hit all season long in football as hard as he did on that screen.
Yeah, he's saying, okay, I understand.
Might need a concussion protocol.
He took a shot. And the thing about it is, need to make sure our listeners understand that was not a cheap shot. That's a situation where Scott County did not talk, and nobody told Glenn the pick was coming, and he ran into him full speed.
So 2.5 to go here in the third. Toby Jones inside the lane. Lane wide open and warned as Marino picks up the foul. It'll be his first. Team fourth. So 4 fouls apiece. Jonathan Lane, first points of the night. Chance for the 3-point play. Jonathan Lane, first free throw of the season.
Jonathan Lane's a pretty good sized man, Mike, 6'3", 205. Starting to exercise his size a little bit.
The Eastern fans picking up the noise a little bit. Bryce Long goes baseline, flips it over to Rob.
Pass.
Rob, no good. Rob with the rebound and blocked by Russian on the putback.
In the situation right there, the reason he doesn't get that call, Mike, is he has to lean back because he's so far into the backboard. That's why you don't get that foul call right there, because you almost have to put the ball back in the defender's face to get it.
Caleb Williams back in for Eastern.
Watch Bryce Long off the double screen. He doesn't get through it.
Fluker out top. Catch and shot.
It's all right. Good. Cam says, Mark, I got it.
3 points for Cam. 26% three-point shooter on the season. Dominic Knight, no. Lane tried to dunk it. Rob loose ball. Foul on Eastern.
Man, they're going to get the foul on Lane.
Yep. That'll be his first. Team fifth. Under 2 to go here in the third. 48-29. Off the bench, Khalil Garman. Number 22 will be coming in next, dead ball.
Here he comes off the screen. And again, Scott County not doing a very good job of setting that screen.
Bryce Long saves it in. Has to throw it in tonight. Dominic Knight, Cam Fluker. 1-on-2. Knight misses the shot. Dunk, Jonathan Lane. He tried to do it last time. Successful that time. Give him 5.
That situation where Bryce Long's got to understand he's better off stepping and going out of bounds with that. Michael Marino said, that's okay. I'll take it right back at you, big fella.
13 points for Marino.
But for young players, you know, sometimes it's better to just take the ball out of bounds.
Mark, we were talking about coming in the ball game, how Scott County would do against the Eastern pressure. I think Coach Henley's kind of getting some mental notes how his team's going against pressure as well.
Yeah, they're getting caught in that trap right now. Scott County's doing a very good job forcing some turnovers. As you know, got the walk right there in it.
So under a minute to go. Cam Fluker with the basketball for Scott County. Scott County up 19, 50-31. Championship game. Woodford County Holiday Classic.
Run a little rocket. We haven't seen that yet this year, Mike.
Cam Fluker tries to get it to Dameron. Foul on the floor. It's going to be on Dominic Knight. His second, team sixth.
Situation right there. He's pretty good. The foul got called, Mike. 44 seconds to go. I'm not sure if Coach Hicks wanted to try to hold it, but
they flip it into Marino. Marino up over top of Williams. Tough take right there. Basketball staying alive, and Caleb Williams down with it for Eastern. Good defense right there. Kobe Jones has it on the left side. Fluker makes him change directions. He goes to Williams. Elbow jumper, no good.
Cooper Robb
from the three-point line with that rebound inside the paint.
Now I think you see Scott County hold it.
Scott County has extended the lead. They've outscored Eastern 8 points here in the third quarter. On the defense is Khalil Garman. Fluker, three-pointer from the left side.
Wow.
You might need to call a timeout. That ball's probably got a little bit of rain on it. Cooper Robb still at the end of the quarter. Scott County extends the lead to 22. It's 53 for Scott County, 31 for Eastern. Back after this on the Scott County Sports Network.
Time for oral surgery. You need a surgeon you can trust and feel at home with. Consider Dr. Robert Henderson at Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery. Specializing in wisdom teeth extraction, surgery to prepare for dentures, biopsies, corrective jaw surgery, TMJ disorders, and dental implants. All outpatient procedures are performed right here in our office. We participate with most insurance, we offer care credit, and take care of all the paperwork. Georgetown Oral and Facial Surgery will give you a lot to smile about.
Scott County Physical Therapy is a privately owned physical therapy practice specializing in outpatient orthopedics, sports and industrial rehab, neurological rehabilitation, low back pain, neck pain, and arthritic conditions. Our mission is to provide the highest quality physical therapy to assist each individual and the community at large. Scott County Physical Therapy, a journey to wellness. To contact the physical therapist and Scott County Physical Therapy, please dial 502-863-4242. Scott County Physical Therapy is the title sponsor for Scott County Athletics.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Mike Ritchie, Scott Willard, Mark Walls, Kevin Ritchie here. Woodford County, Scott County in the championship game. Up 21 starting the fourth quarter against the Eagles of Eastern High School out of Louisville. Eastern have the basketball. They'll go with Sugar Weish, Dominic Knight, Kobe Jones, Chance Moore, and Caleb Williams as Knight drives in. Shots blocked by Dameron. Battle for it, and Marino down with it. Scott County, Cooper Robb.
Nice job.
Out to Fluker. They'll also have Marino and Clem Dameron, the five in the lineup for Scott County. Scott County looks like they're going to stay with Rocket a little bit, Mark. If you got guys that can handle the basketball, that's a tough offense to try to make up a lead with. Third foul on Knight. Team seventh at the free throw line is Bryce Long. Long rattles it around. Bryce Long leading all scorers with 17 points. Now make it 18. And the thing about it, Bryce Long's taking good shots tonight, too. Last couple, 3 games, he's taking good shots. I can maybe think of 1 or 2 at most. Weish inside to Williams. Williams misses the shot. Cooper Robb. A little bit late.
Yeah, that's the key. You said it, Mike. Cooper Robb was late on the rotation.
4 fouls on Cooper Robb. Team 5. Glenn Covington set to come in. Glad to see the young man's okay. Caleb Williams, 11 points. The only Eastern player in double digits. Covington in for Robb. Robb and Watts. It's the Cooper brothers. 4 fouls apiece. Williams hits the second, give him 12. Cam Fluker, Scott County. Really have 6 players on the floor when you count that clock, Mark. There's a turnover. Chance Moore gets it.
This is where Scott County's got to learn to keep that intensity level up at the defensive end of the floor and not.
Kobe Jones forces contact and is bailed out. Micah Marino will get called for his second. Team 6th. So both teams in the bonus after this. 2 shots coming up for Kobe Jones. Jones hits the first. 8 points. First points in the second half. Cooper Watts been on the bench a while.
Number 44, Watts returns. Replaces Campbell.
Jones makes both. 9 points for the 6-foot senior guard, averaging 14. Micah Marino, a little bit high to Glenn Covington. 6:50 to go, 55-35. Scott County up 20. They put up 26 in the third to get the lead they needed. Chance Moore, 19-footer from the top, good. 3 points for Chance Moore, the 6'5 junior, having a difficult time tonight. Watts fouled by Kobe Jones. That'll be his second. Team 8. Cooper Watts to the free throw line for Scott County. 45% free throw shooter. Easy for me to say. Watts hits the third one of the night. Give him 5. The big man, Jonathan Lane, in for Caleb Williams.
Replaces Williams.
Cooper Watts, one more. Money on the free throws. Cooper Watts, 4-4 on the ball game. Dominic. Nope, Lane inside the pass from
nice pass
Sugar
right
Weiss. Jonathan Lane, all 7 of his points in the second half. There's the deflection. Chance Moore with it. Over to Lane. Lane going up. Tries to lay it in and fouled by Cam Fluker. Jonathan Lane couldn't decide if he wanted to dunk it or lay it in. Fluker picks up his first, team 7. So Jonathan Lane, now 1 of 2 in the ball game from the free throw line. Second one is money. 8 points for Mr. Lane.
Cam's got to stay out of that trap.
Micah Marino, tough take. Cooper Watts with the putback, and they're going to get the foul.
Wow.
Cooper Watts going to get a little bit of a longer break than expected. He picks up his 5th, team 8. 57-40. Eastern's cut 6 points off the lead mark in the first 2 minutes of the quarter.
From this point on, both teams will shoot the bonus.
Clem Dameron in for Scott County. Lane staying hot at the free throw line. His night. Severe thunderstorm warning for Scott County. Just popped up on the phone. Thanks to the news graphic. 10 points for Lane. Timeout for Scott County. Save the walk call. 5:45 to go. Eastern's not done. They cut the lead down to 15, 57-42. Full timeout. We'll take a timeout back after this on the Scott County Sports Network.
Whitaker bank shot. I'll give you a Whitaker bank shot. All right. Here's a real Whitaker bank shot. Yes, sir. Here's the winning Whitaker bank shot. Nice shot.
Whitaker bank shot. Now, there's a Whitaker Bank shot.
Come on, Coach Honey.
I still got it.
Whitaker Bank, uniquely Kentucky.
J&L Pharmacy and Home Medical Equipment, located on South Broadway in Georgetown, Kentucky, is locally owned and operated by Scott County native Philip Johnson. J&L Pharmacy can meet all your prescription and compounding needs, and they will match all local pharmacy prescription cash prices, guaranteed. They have a convenient drive-through window, offer free local delivery, and are open 6 days a week. J&L can also provide you with all your home medical needs, including home oxygen with 24-hour emergency service. Stop by the store or give them a call at 502-863-9823 for all your pharmacy needs.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. Scott County's 22-point lead is down to 15. We've still got 5:41 to go. Cooper Robb back in for Scott County with 4 fouls. Robb, that's a tough take. Don't need that one. Chance Moore gets it.
And they're going to call Cooper Robb just fouled out. And he's got to be smarter than that right there. You can't take that chance with 4.
And that's a big foul right there. Yeah. Cooper Robb dominated the ball game late against LCA, making free throws. So Cooper Robb, Cooper Watts, both have fouled out. Cam Fluker back in for Scott County.
For the Cardinals, number 1, Cam Fluker replaces Robb.
All right, boys, you're going to see what happens right here. You've got a senior and 4 freshmen on the floor for Scott County.
Chance Moore, free throw, good.
Your floor leader has just fouled out.
4 points for Mr. Moore. Give him 5. There's a deflection. Kobe Jones has it for Eastern. Back out to Dominic Knight. He'll get it to Moore. He'll swing it right side to Jones. Jones into the paint. Into Michael Marino, and the foul's called. I'll tell you what, Mark, Eastern's taking it to Scott County right now.
24.
Marino picks up his 3rd, team 10, so Eastern chance to cut the lead. Down to 11. We've got 5:24 to go. Kobe Jones' first free throw is money. We got ourselves a ball game, Mark. 10 points for Mr. Jones.
Yeah, and it's kind of what you kind of expected coming in here to be a tight ball game, Mike. And like I said, they get this thing down to 11.
Scott County's only scored 4 points here in the 4th quarter. Eastern has put 14 on the board. Jones hits both. His 11th. Bryce Long, and there's the foul. Caleb Williams picks up the foul, his 2nd, team 9.
Bryce
Scott
Long.
County very fortunate right there.
And Scott County got to hit their free throws, Mike.
So 1-1 for Bryce Long. So Eastern's put up 15 points. Scott County's only scored 5. 3 free throws by Bryce Long, 2 free throws by Cooper Watts.
A big part of that is because Scott County hadn't been able to get the ball up the floor.
Long hits both. Give him 20 to lead all scorers. Kobe Jones, 19-footer from the elbow extended, no good. Jump ball coming up here. Good job of both teams. They heard the whistles and stopped. That's where a lot of your chippiness comes into play in high school sports. Hats off to both players, or all 4 players. Marino, Damer for Scott County, Jonathan Lane, and Williams for Eastern. Great job of sportsmanship. 5:02 to go, 59-46. Michael Marino inbounding the basketball for Scott County. Gets it into Covington. Covington spins away from the double team. Good job by the freshman. He goes behind the back for some reason. Again. And there's a foul for Jonathan Lane. The 6'3 junior says, look, I'd like to have a little more contact if you're going to call it. His 2nd, team 10. 2 free throws for both teams for the rest of the ball game. Clock not moving very much here in this quarter, is it, Mark?
No. Got a lot of whistles. tends to stop it.
Covington, 53% free throw shooter, money on the first one. Excuse me, 75% free throw shooter. 3 for 3 tonight. 4 for 4. Sugar Weiss, out of control, out of bounds.
Amazing that ball went all the way through and didn't touch anybody.
Gets it into Covington. Goes behind back. That's a tough thing to do. Coach Hicks takes a 30-second timeout. Again, Glenn Covington falling in love with that behind-the-back dribble move. It's hard to do with two men guarding you, but Coach Hicks bails him out, so we'll take a timeout as well. 61-46 is the score. Scott County with the lead and the basketball when we return on the Scott County Sports Network.
Well, there's a big name in cars that we all know.
Over 40 years, and Frank Shoup in Georgetown is still a big name in cars.
He's big on service and he's big on deals. He sells all the biggest names on wheels. Frank Shoup's a new tradition. Bring on the competition. Frank Shoup is gonna set the pace.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network, Mark. What Scott County struggled so much with in this fourth quarter?
Well, just getting into the offense, Mike. The Eastern's picked up the pressure a little bit, and they've kind of fallen in love with the dribble. Best way to beat the press is to kind of throw the ball over the top. So when you dribble into it and you see the double team coming, you throw, and then that way you can reverse the ball. And like I said, Scott County's just kind of fallen in love here. And you know, a young team will do that, and they've kind of, like I said, they got the big lead and kind of did what they did in the first half. They kind of just took the foot off the gas pedal. This is going to be a learning experience with the fact that Cooper Robb is on the bench. He's kind of their leader. And like I said, Glenn's going to get bet out again with the foul.
So foul's on Caleb Williams, his third.
And Glenn's had a pretty good night.
The thing about it is, you know, we talk about Scott County's youth, and you're seeing it right here. Not playing that bad, but you got 4 freshmen and a senior on the floor for Scott County. And really the most experienced people they got have fouled out in the Cooper boys, Cooper Watts, Cooper Robb. Glenn Covington. Give him 5. Perfect at the line tonight. Six of 6. All 6 points at the line. Leads back up to 17. A little bit more breathing room. Got tense there for a minute. They got it down to 12. Dominic Knight's three-pointer, air ball. Michael Marino to Cam Fluker.
Now let's see how smart Scott County is. Let's get the ball back in the hands of Glenn Covington or Bryce Long. Both of them have been doing it. And see Bryce guys go behind the back. Good hustle to get the jump ball.
Jump ball on Eastern.
Should be Eastern basketball.
And the thing about it is, not a knock on them, but you can do that in middle school.
Yes.
You could do that in freshman. You can't do it at the varsity level.
No, and like I said, that behind the back is more in line if you're going down the floor one-on-one with the guy and you can change directions. It's really tough to do that behind the back in the middle of a double team or in the middle of 3 players, and that's what Scott County's kind of trying to do. And, you know, I'm not saying there ain't some players that can do it, but you have to really have that ball on a rope to be able to do that.
So a little bit more moisture maintenance. 4:14 to go. Eastern with the basketball. Down 17. Jones left side to Moore. Moore, the leading scorer, has 5. Jones and 1 and fouled on the three-pointer. Foul's going to be on Bryce Long, his first. Kobe Jones, give him 14. Kobe Jones, 7 points in the quarter.
The three-point basket was good.
So Kobe Jones forcing the action.
Williams on the line for the 4-point play.
We get this thing down to 13, Mike.
Kobe Jones, free throw good. Kobe Jones leading all Eastern scores with 15. Cam Fluker with it, out top to Marino. Over to Bryce Long.
There you go.
They give it to Mr. Covington. There's the back tip. Williams takes it away and is fouled. And they're going to get the foul call. Glenn Covington picks up his third. So we got a lot of floor maintenance going on here in this fourth quarter.
Yeah. I feel like I'm watching a wax job, you know. Karate Kid, wax on, wax off.
63-50 is the score. 3:45 to go. Both teams will be participating in holiday tournaments after the Christmas holiday, between Christmas and New Year's.
Williams.
Caleb Williams, 67% free throw shooter on the season. First one is money. 13 points.
A good second half.
Three players, Jonathan Lane, Kobe Jones, Caleb Williams with double-digit scoring for Eastern.
And the thing about that second make, Mike, it allows him to set up the press.
Good hands by Covington. Back to Marino. Marino out, turnover.
Scott County struggling against that press.
Knight out to Williams. There's the cutter, Jones. Nobody was there. He misses the shot. Michael Marino after the leaker. Cam Fluker turns back into pressure. Over to Dameron. Dameron lets Williams go by and makes the shot. Clem Dameron, give him 10.
I may stop the bleeding here a little bit. That's what you kind of need.
Chance Moore not going to get bailed out there.
Great no call.
And Kobe Jones had a great shot, just missed it. So Coach Henley takes a timeout. He hadn't called one in a while. 3:16 to go in the ball game. 65-52. Scott County with the lead. We'll be back after this.
The Hockensmith Agency is proud to call Scott County home. We're your Main Street insurance that blends tradition and innovation to offer the best quality service to our clients. By offering a wide range of coverage from the impressive list of major insurance companies, we truly meet your insurance coverage needs. Come visit us at 224 East Main in Georgetown or online at HockensmithAgency.com. The Hockensmith Agency, providing coverage for the Motorist Insurance Group for all your insurance needs.
People's Exchange Bank doesn't think you can get where you want to go by cutting corners, playing games, or sacrificing relationships. Roots take time to grow and give strength and stability. Since 1912, our banks and our people have been part of your community. And while our services continue to keep pace with your need for today's high-tech conveniences, we know that loyalty never grows old. You don't just need a bank, you need people. People's Exchange Bank. People serving people since 1912.
Welcome back to the Scott County Sports Network. 3:16 to go, Mark. It seems like it's been about 35 minutes in this quarter. Eastern making a game of it. Eastern down 22 to start the quarter. They're down 13 now. Scott County's Cooper Robb, Cooper Watts, both have fouled out. And to be honest with you, Mark, Scott County's really struggled as there's a turnover and Russian with the finish. They've really struggled against this pressure here in the fourth.
And
there's back-to-back turnovers. Kobe Jones. Right side to Moore. Chance Moore with the three. No good. And Bryce Long with the rebound for Scott County. He picks up the dribble. Throws it right in the hands of Chance Moore. Third turnover in the row for Scott County. Moore flips it over to Marino. Deflection out of bounds.
They haven't stopped playing. But what hair Coach Hicks has got left, he's about to pull out, Mike.
Caleb Williams in
Williams returns. Replaces Russian.
for Russian. Chance Moore had a great look at it too, didn't he? That's got to be a walk, doesn't it?
Well, he went to the floor, you would think. It's almost automatic.
They had two players go to the floor. Now Caleb Williams has it. Up and under. Marino, no good.
Bryce Long with the big rebound.
Strong rebound. 6'1"
Get to the middle. Don't pick up your dribble.
And he's fouled. Foul's going to be on Sugar Weish. His second.
Bryce Long going back to the line for 2.
2:31 to go. Big rebound by Bryce Long.
Yeah, and I think just out of pure survival instincts, he just took off down the floor, Mike. He threw it away the last time he had it. He wasn't going to try to make a pass.
So Bryce Long, first free throw. It's good. 21 points. For Mr. Long, it's been a while.
Bryce Long hits the second one.
Let's pick it up with 7 points. So Bryce Long with 22.
Cam Fluker picks up. I've got him for 2, Mike. Going to put Sugar Rice on the line for 2.
Sugar Weish, 57% free throw shooter. First one is good. His 5th point. Jonathan Lane in for Chance Moore. Javin Russian coming in for Sugar Weish after the made free throw. We know what you would do in this situation. Second one is good. Weish out, Russian in.
Yeah, he's substituting offense for defense right now.
Jonathan Lane at the point of the pressure. There's going to be another turnover.
That's the situation right there where Cam, once he breaks back, he's got to keep going because Michael's going to throw that lob right there.
And Easton's had a hard time finishing here. They could be a lot closer. Knight on the alley-oop to Lane.
Nice
There's
job by Bryce Long.
Takes it away and bailed out on the foul call. The back tip, not successful. Dominic Knight, and I tell you what, Jonathan Lane wasn't expecting Bryce Long to come in there and take that ball away from him, but he flat did that.
Yes, he did.
We got moisture spotters here in the gym.
Bryce Long
misses the first. 22 points for Mr. Long. He'll have one more, shooting 55%, but it's been money at the line all night. Chance Moore in for Eastern. Second one is good, 23 points. Knight to Moore. Back out to Knight. They'll re-swing it to Williams. Good catch by Kobe Jones, saving the turnover.
If you're Scott County right here, you want to make Eastern use his clock before they get a shot off.
Under 2 to go. Kobe Jones puts
you don't want to let him do that. That's too easy.
Points. Glenn Robinson. No look pass right into the hands of Kobe Jones. And out of bounds off of Eastern.
There you go, Chicks. Just wiping his forehead.
Going to be a lot of experience gained here tonight.
Well, the thing about it is it's hard to simulate this kind of intensity in practice. So you're right, Mike. It's a great learning experience. But you're up 10. Whoa, you don't throw that ball back to the other basket.
So Bryce Long gets it across. Splits defenders. Up and under and foul.
Got bailed out.
Caleb Williams picks up his 4th.
And in a situation like that, you really, good thing you got the foul call because you really are playing the clock right there.
Best thing about all these whistles, we might miss that thunderstorm that's coming through. Bryce Long leading all scorers with 23 points tonight, averaging 12. Only averaging 2.8 rebounds, but I guarantee he's got about 6 or 7 big ones here tonight.
None bigger than that last possession.
First free throw, no good.
11, chance score, injuries.
Bryce Long, one more. Missed the second one. Rebound to Williams. Chance Moore out of control. Not going to get bailed out. Williams gets the rebound on the miss.
That's an offensive foul. Now he's going to call. Yeah, that's a good job. That's a good job. You can't extend the arm right there. I was sitting there thinking, man, if he gets away with that, you're not going to be able to stop anybody from going to the basket.
Kobe Jones, his third. That was a big foul right there. Leads down to 10. Get it to Marino. Drops it into Dameron. Dameron over top of Moore. Finish. 12 points. Dameron's had 2 big buckets in this quarter. They've gotten the basketball down low, and he's finished. Leads back at 12. Under a minute to go in the ball game. Chance Moore, floater in the paint. Good.
That situation where Clem's got to stay down right now. You don't need to go for the block because you want them to take it. Shot, and that's too far to throw it.
Glenn Covington bails him out. He goes no look again. Dameron somehow gets the ball and finishes. Mark, I'm not going to say it, but sometimes you need to look to where you're throwing it because he wouldn't have made that pass. Williams misses a 3. Marino gets the rebound, and Scott County's going to be happy to come out of this ball game with the win. As they win the tournament, your final score, unless there's a foul, is going to be 72-60. They're going to let the clock run out. 72-60 is the score. Scott County is going to be the champions of the Woodford County Holiday Classic.
Third time in 4 years, isn't it?
Yep. Great job. Hats off to Louisville Eastern.
And Coach Henley. That's class act by Coach Henley right there.
Great ball game. Eastern will drop the record to 5-3. Scott County will improve to 11-1. Scott County, after the Christmas holidays, they'll travel to Pigeon Forge. They'll take on Knoxville Central at 2:30 on the 28th. Eastern's busy after Christmas as well. They'll play E-Town as they host the City of Middletown Holiday Classic. That game will be on December the 29th. So your individual point totals, Cam Fluker had 6. Bryce Long led all scorers with 23. Cooper Robb had 4. Glenn Covington was 6. Michael Marino 13. Clem Dameron 14. 12 of those in the second half. And Cooper Robb round out the scoring with 6. Eastern had 4 for Dominic Knight. Sugar Weiss had 6. Chance Moore had 7. Jonathan Lane with 10. Kobe Jones with 17. Caleb Williams with 14. And Javin Russian with 2. So from our broadcast partner, Mark Walls, from our camera guy, Scott Willard, for the man running the show, Kevin Ritchie. I'm Mike Ritchie with the Scott County Sports Network. Thanks for watching. We'll be back after the holiday break when the regular season continues at the first of the year. As always, thanks for watching. Have a good evening and enjoy some basketball. See you later.